Good morning. Today I would like to give you scientific proof that Noah's flood from the Bible was global, even though some people say it was only localized. You can find the story in Genesis chapter 6 to 9. Genesis chapter 7 verse 20 to 23 says, "The water rose and covered the mountains to a depth of more than 15 cubits. Every living thing that moved on land perished: birds, livestock, wild animals, all the creatures that swarmed over the earth, and all mankind. Everything on dry land that had the breath of life in its nostrils died. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out: people and animals, and the creatures that move along the ground, and the birds were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark." Evidence 1. Fossils of sea creatures high above sea level due to the ocean waters having flooded over the continents. Many people expect to find marine fossils below sea level. However, scientists have discovered marine fossils such as shellfish above the sea level in the Grand Canyon and also the Himalayas. These are examples of fossils. The picture above shows how the marine creatures could have ended up above sea level. The first part shows the original water level and position of marine creatures. Then the ocean crust expands and the water level rises almost 1 mile. The position of the marine creatures also move. As the water level falls, the marine creatures are left high and dry. The only way that marine fossils can be high above sea level and in different continents is the occurrence of a global flood. Evidence 2. Rapid burial of plants and animals. There have been discoveries of big fossil graveyards. Fossil graveyards are large stretches of fossils buried together in one strata or layer. These fossils would have had to be buried rapidly in order to be so well preserved. If they were buried slowly, they would have eroded and been buried in many different stratas. These are examples of fossil graveyards. This is a fossil of a fish eating another fish when it was buried. Billions of nautolite fossils have been found in a layer of the red wall limestone of Grand Canyon. It is only possible for billions of fossils to be buried all in one place and so fast that it is well preserved if there was an occurrence of a global flood. Evidence 3. Rapidly deposited sediment layers spread across vast areas. Rock layers from one continent have been found in another continent. The chalk beds of southern England can be traced across France, Germany, and Poland, all the way to the Middle East. If the flood was just in one place, then the sediment would not have spread over vast areas. This again proves that the flood was global. Evidence 4. Sediment transported long distances. No known slow and gradual geological process in the present world could produce sediment layers spread across continents. Only a global flood in which the ocean waters flooded over the continents could have done this. As you can see, the rock in the yellow box is a Coconino sandstone and is very different from the rock in the red box. Scientists have confirmed that the layers are very different. The Coconino sandstone of the Grand Canyon was transported from the north and is not local to the place. It is in fact traced all the way north to Utah and beyond. Evidence 5. Many strata laid down in rapid succession. Rocks do not normally bend. They break because they are hard and brittle. But in many places, we find whole sequences of strata that were bent without fracturing. This can only happen if the layers were still wet when laid down very fast. The Chapite sandstone in Grand Canyon is folded at a right angle, 90 degrees, without evidence of breaking. These are some examples. I believe the points above are proof that the flood from the Bible is global. Thank you.